Hi there. Congratulations on taking that first step toward claiming your time back. And thank you for checking out what CCVillage membership has to offer you. I'm confident that once you get a look inside our portal, you'll be glad you gave it a try. You're here because you already know that running a daycare isn't easy, and juggling everything yourself can be really stressful. I've been there. I know. That's why I created CCVillage. I know what it's like to lie awake nights, feeling the pressure of needing to get more done, feeling like I'm not doing enough with my own kids, knowing my paperwork is piling up and so is the laundry. Even when I was doing a great job, I was spending endless hours searching for activities and trying them out or catching up on menus and paperwork. Trying to compete with local centers, I wanted my documents to look professional. And of course, I wanted to make a difference in the lives of the kids I was taking care of, including my own kids. But it all got to be too much. I was killing myself to get it all done. The good news is that I did make a difference. I ran a great program and I kept everyone happy. The kids were happy. The parents were happy. I figured out how to be superwoman. I pushed myself to keep doing a bit more and a bit more. But eventually, I broke. By the time I closed my program, I had developed an autoimmune disorder with chronic inflammation. It caused pain throughout my entire body. I suffered from chest pain, joint pain. At one point, I could barely walk. I had chronic asthma and bronchitis. I felt like my body was turning on me, and it was my own fault. This is why CCVillage is so important to me. I didn't have any help, and it almost killed me. As caregivers, as human beings, we deserve better. We take care of everyone around us. A lot of us meet their wants before our own needs. Many of you take on more and more and do with less and less, and that's not okay. I'm a pretty strong person, and eventually it took me down. The planning and documentation seems like it should be a breeze, but that's not true. It's the part of running a childcare business that steals the most time. It's the difference between having a lot to do and having too much to do. Think about it. Once the shopping is done and you've figured out what you're cooking, you can throw a meal together pretty quickly, right? But coming up with 3 meals and 2 snacks every day and trying to keep meals interesting, doesn't that take a lot more time? And then having to check everything against the regulations, doesn't that drag it out quite a bit more? So you're probably spending a ton more time on meal planning than meal prep. And the same goes for activities. Once the planning is done, it doesn't take long to lay out materials. Then you have a lot of time to sit with the kids and do the activities. You follow the steps and you move through it pretty easily. Sure, it can get messy, and of course it's work, but are you overloaded by doing the activities with the kids? I found that when I wasn't stressed about other things, this was actually my favorite part of the day. It's the part where they're happy and they're having fun, and those aha moments where you can see them catching on to new ideas and connecting to their own creativity and abilities. These are the moments you want to spend your time on. Then there are the days the planning doesn't get done. You probably notice a world of difference in the quality of your program, as well as your stress level. When we're not prepared for the day, we're stressing about not doing enough with the kids, what to make for lunch, whether this will be the day that we have a random inspection. So, of course, planning is important, but it's the one thing that most of us don't leave enough time for. How much time do you figure into your daily plan for planning, if any? And how much time do you actually spend on planning? Do you even know? Part of the issue is that it's not something you can do while you're working with the kids. It takes all your focus, and so do they. So you end up doing it in your free time, your family time, your fold the laundry time, your exercise time, your sleep time. You get what I'm saying. And I know from working with caregivers over the years that the same goes for those of you working in centers and preschools as well. For most, adequate time for planning just is not figured into the daily plan, so it's done on your personal time. While I was running my daycare, I found that I was spending just about every evening, plus time on the weekends, either researching or writing activity plans, testing out activities, catching up on my menus, or working on documentation. Sound familiar? Well, here's the thing. There are very few things that you do in a day that you can hand off to someone else. But planning, the very thing that's sucking up your time, giving you stress, and makes a big impact on the quality of your program, happens to be something you can actually have someone else do. And on top of that, the cost of a CCVillage membership to have it done for you is literally a few dollars per week. For those of you who are running your own program, the monthly price, meaning the entire cost for an entire month for your entire group, is probably less than you charge to care for one child for one day. So why should you continue to carry the extra load? Your peace of mind is well worth a few dollars a week. Now, if you're going to pay someone to do your planning for you, why should you choose CCVillage? Because you're going to love it. Besides the fact that it's super affordable, there's so much in our portal. With just a week to explore, you'd have a lot to cover. We want our members to be able to run their programs completely free from unnecessary stress. That's why we do all your planning for you. Every day, you'll have your activity instructions along with any printables necessary to complete the activities. But we don't stop there. We include an entire section of creative art ideas to supplement our regular activity calendar for those days you don't feel like sticking to the plan. Plus, we include over 1,000 activity sheets and printable games you can print anytime you feel like it to add to your daily program. Because it's your program. You'll find that you can totally customize CCVillage to meet the needs of your group. You may have a variety of ages and want to stick to the experiential art activities with the younger ones and theme-related activities with the older kids. It's up to you. I've said a lot about the activity planning, but of course there's more to planning in daycare than just activities. There's the tough stuff, the boring stuff, all the forms you need for tracking info and record keeping. Documentation and organization are so important to keeping your program running smoothly and reducing your stress. And for those of you on the food program, menu planning is possibly your biggest time killer. As I mentioned before, it's not just coming up with menu ideas. You have to check everything against the regulations and always be on the ready with your menus and meal tracking in case you have an inspection. We all know how easy it is to make costly mistakes. But rest easy because all of that is included as well. When you join CCVillage, you get immediate access to everything in our portal. Here's a quick breakdown. You get a new calendar of activities each month separated into popular preschool themes. This is your guide to which activities you'll do each day. The planning will include arts and crafts, music and movement, science and discovery, group activities, holiday activities, reading list, print packs of related activity sheets. You'll have all your instructions, printable patterns, and a materials list. In addition to the monthly curriculum, you'll find Creativity Corner, our database of experiential creative art activities that focus on the process rather than an intended outcome. This would be things like textured paint or a grain collage. Again, that's in addition to the regular monthly activity plans. There's over 1,000 printable activity sheets and games, things like matching, file folder games, mazes, connect the dots. There are over 1,000 printable coloring pages, categorized by theme. We include printable teaching tools like achievement certificates and room labels. We provide a new food menu each month that follows the federal CACFP regulations. Our menus include 3 meals and 2 snacks 7 days per week. If you choose, you can print the 5-day menu or the menu that doesn't include dinner, depending on your program. There are child-friendly recipe cards to go with the menus, meal tracking and attendance forms. There are dozens of customizable printable business forms like the daycare contract, fee schedule, fire drill log, medication tracking, parent communication, income and expense forms, and so many more. You'll even get many of our activity sheets, teaching tools, and business forms in Spanish. So hopefully you're ready to jump in at this point. If you've been doing it all yourself, I'm sure you can see the value in our service. If you're ready to commit right now to continuing your membership, I'd like to offer you an extra 25% discount. That's 25% off your first payment on whichever plan you choose. So how much you save is up to you. I'm offering the extra discount to take the stress out of your decision to commit to that purchase. And here's why. I want you to take your time going through the site to get a good appreciation for what's available to you and really implement the program in a way that's helpful for you. I don't want you to burn up a whole week trying everything in the portal in a big hurry instead of enjoying the extra time our program is supposed to give you. By the end of that week, you'd be burned out on the program, you'd be burned out on planning, and will have defeated the whole purpose. I'm sure that if you've had a look at other programs, you haven't found one that offers such a complete planning service, nor one that comes close in price. But while CCVillage is a fantastic planning service, it may not be for everyone. We include all the patterns and printables that go with each of the activities, the written plans, the materials list. But if you're not interested in food menus or business forms and you're willing to pay that extra per child fee for each child in your program to have all of the activity materials neatly packaged and sent to your door, that's great, but we're not for you. The materials we include are the patterns and other printables. We are an extremely thorough planning service for those who would rather save the money and stock their own craft cabinet. Our members pay one membership fee and print everything they need for their entire group. You access everything online. Our goal is to save you both time and money. Really, our goal is to reduce your stress. That's why I would rather add more of the planning you need done for you than products you probably already have on hand. To have the activity planning plus food menus that actually make it easy to follow the CACFP, plus business forms that help keep you organized all for one low price is unheard of. But whatever you choose, I encourage you to invest what you need to in your program and in your own joy. I would argue that your job is the most important on the planet. You're raising the leaders and achievers of tomorrow. Remember that the example you set for self-care, self-love, and self-acceptance will influence the way little ones grow to know themselves. So take care of them by taking care of you. I wish you joy and blessings in the job you're doing. I thank you for the job you're doing, and I so look forward to working with you. To take advantage of this offer, just click the link below, and don't forget to share your enthusiasm about the program with your friends. Thanks again for giving me your time. I appreciate how valuable it is. Thank you.